Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, you've all seen the thumbnail to this video. That woman is Anna Dixon. She is a Labour MP. She's also a woman who is in, how can we put this, denial of reality and seems to be unaware that actions have consequences. She says that she has received online threats of death and violence this is over a video posted by a neighbouring Conservative MP. She's labelled it misleading and irresponsible. This is not what it is. What the video is accurate and enlightening. The fact that she doesn't like it is simply because it's highlighting her actions, her words, and showing the truth. And she does not like and cannot handle the fact that the truth is being highlighted, it seems. She's accused her constituency neighbour of having, quote, personally inflamed hatred against me, close quote. This is in a video he posted on Facebook regarding her position on calls for local and national inquiries into grooming gangs. Now, Robbie Moore, who's the Conservative who is the constituency next door to Shipley, for that's where she is, he had demonstrated, she said, irresponsible behaviour by posting, quote, blatant misinformation about a colleague. In a lengthy message that she's pushed up on social media, Anna Dixon said that she wants local residents to be aware that I have received threats of death and violence directly posted in response to a misleading video recently shared by the MP for Keighley and Ilkley, Robbie Moore. She said, have been reported to the police and an investigation is currently underway. Now, that's the people who threatened her. Yes, quite right too. They shouldn't have threatened her. That is absolutely the wrong thing to do. I notice, however, she's not reporting Robbie Moore for his video. And we know why that is, don't we, children? It's because his video is not wrong. Now, I agree that you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be threatening people. Absolutely not. I'm totally against that. But she's been saying that responses to the post has subjected her to misogynistic abuse and made deeply offensive claims against me. He has chosen to let these remain public in the comment section on his social media. Oh, I see. So you're complaining about what people are saying about you, but you know you can't complain about the video for which they are commenting on. Isn't that why it read? Now, in the video, he wrote, wow, Shipley's Labour MP Anna Dixon is misleading the public on grooming gangs inquiry. Anna is telling constituents she voted against an inquiry because it was a, quote, political stunt. But a closer look at the facts shows Anna has been dismissing calls for inquiry since day one. Your voice, or just another voice protecting Bradford's Labour Party? Oh, she's not protecting the Labour Party, is she? She's protecting an entirely different constituency. The film is a little under 2 minutes long and examines Miss Dixon's position on the style of a news video with voiceover referring to our investigation and starts by announcing that she isn't telling you the truth. Now, isn't that weird? She's complaining again. She's complaining about comments. She's not complaining about a video that's saying that she's lying. Why? Because if she did, then you'd examine what the video is claiming and what she has said. And it will probably, and maybe, possibly, show that she was maybe, possibly lying. Got to be careful, don't get sued. Now, it's using clips from the BBC Politics North, which Miss Dixon appeared on, as well as extracts from emails. The video claims that Miss Dixon has been misleading the public about her reasons for voting against plans for a national inquiry into grooming gangs. Well, of course, she's Labour. She doesn't want a national inquiry into grooming gangs because it would just highlight the complicity of the Labour Party in smothering and covering this disgusting series of events for many years, and often involving members of the Labour Party. She alleges, or the video alleges, that she's always been opposed to one from when she was first elected. Yes, because she knows that if she's seen going, we must have a full inquiry into this, she'll not get elected again, given who lives in her area. Responding to the video on Saturday, Miss Dixon wrote, in putting out misleading information online, I think by misleading information, she means highly accurate but inconvenient information, maybe. In relation to my position on child grooming gangs, he has personally inflamed hatred towards me. No. He hasn't done anything. He's merely pointed out what you have done. If people hate you, it's not because of him. It's because of you. It's because of your actions, because of your stance, because of your intransigence in not wanting this disgusting series of events fully investigated and highlighting who was actually to blame and who's responsible and who did the covering up. That's what this is about. It's got nothing to do with anyone else. So, don't be blaming him. Look inward. Look in the mirror, darling. Look in the mirror. She said, we must always put victims and survivors first when it comes to tackling the horrific crime of CSE. This issue should never be used to make personal attacks based on party politics. You're quite right. We should always put victims and survivors first. So let's have a full inquiry. Oh no, but wait, you don't want that because you're putting a certain group of constituents first, above these girls. Now, she added, group-based CSE, committed by grooming gangs, she's calling them grooming gangs, she won't call them what they are, is one of the most despicable and damaging crimes imaginable. I fully support all efforts by the government and West Yorkshire Police to bring perpetrators of these crimes to justice. Everything she said, everything that can be done, except an inquiry. Odd. She referenced how she sought to tackle the issue by speaking about it in the Commons and meeting with survivors. Oh yes, I'm really helping things out. I'm talking about it in the Commons. And are you having an inquiry to see who's to blame? No, we're not doing that. Why not? Because we all know who's to blame and we don't want to get embarrassed about it. She said that she's always been transparent and direct with constituents. I'm going to call bullshit on that one. She's Labour. She lies. She's a politician. She lies. All politicians lie. You can't. Don't give me crap about transparency. It's bullshit. And that she was shocked by the claim made in the video. Why would she be shocked? She knows it's true. That's why she's not suing him. That's why she's not complaining about the video. If it was untrue, my God, that'd be that'd be a court case, wouldn't it? But it's not. She said she would oppose a focus on the Bradford district in any national inquiry into grooming gangs. She stated that the Tory MP's video selectively quotes an email she wrote, leaving out the sentence, if the national inquiry deems that another local inquiry is needed in Bradford, then this is something I and the local authority will fully support. If, lots of ifs, and only if the claim was that it was needed, but the decision would be resting with the high-ups in the Labour Party, which would never happen if they were allowed to get away with it. Now, all this started when she decided back at the beginning of the year, January 25, to oppose amendments to the Children's Wellbeing and Schools Bill. You think, why would they oppose these things that are meant to protect children? Well, it's because it's the Labour Party. They don't protect children. They look to abuse them. The Conservatives scheduled what Miss Dixon has called a wrecking amendment to the bill, which called for a national inquiry into the grooming gangs. But voting for this amendment would have effectively killed the bill. No, that's not why you were angry. No, it wouldn't have killed the bill. It would have let the bill go through and allowed for a national inquiry. The last thing the Labour Party want, isn't it? You can't have an inquiry into this sort of thing. My God, there'll be so many people in the Labour Party being held in Belmarsh over this. Anyway, Mr Moore, who's the Shadow Farming Secretary, said this is not the real reason that Miss Dixon voted against the amendment and claims instead she's opposed to a national inquiry altogether. Of course she is. She always has been. And the reason we know what the reason is, don't we? We all know why. What do you think? I tell you what, he's not getting sued, is he? He's not getting told off. He hasn't been asked to take this down. We know why that is too. Probably because it's true, maybe. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks very much. Bye.